15 strange things about Palestine, the worst country for women. Palestine is a land rich in history and steeped in a diverse cultural tapestry that has long captured the imagination of scholars, historians, and tourists alike. Nestled in the heart of the Middle East, this region holds significant importance, from the ancient heritage of the Old City of Jerusalem, sacred to three major world religions, to the rolling hills of the West Bank and the Gaza Strip along the Mediterranean coast. However, beneath this surface lies a complex and often chaotic political landscape, marked by decades of conflict, displacement, and struggles for national rights. These struggles contribute to Palestine being considered the worst place for women, where people live amid disease and deprivation. Join me as we explore 15 facts about Palestine. Number 15. Palestine is the worst place in the world for women. Perhaps nowhere in the world is worse for women today than Gaza. Certainly there is no worse place for pregnant women. Since the start of the conflict between Israel and Hamas in October, 1 in every 200 Palestinians in Gaza has been killed. This staggering number is heartbreaking, with over 17,000 people, mostly innocent civilians, having lost their lives. Nearly 12,000 women and children have been killed. Most people in Gaza have been displaced, including nearly 1 million women and children. Many have witnessed their homes being destroyed. According to the United Nations Population Fund, around 50,000 pregnant women are in Gaza, and receiving prenatal care in the war zone is extremely difficult. About 5,500 of them are expected to give birth each month. Each day in Gaza, about 180 women give birth, but very few can do so safely. There is a severe shortage of medicines and supplies to save lives. Thousands are fleeing while heavily pregnant or just having given birth. Imagine a woman still bleeding, only stitched up, or her body exhausted from performing one of the most strenuous tasks nature demands of any human, carrying newborns and possibly older children, fleeing their homes to seek refuge. Additionally, many women have been treated inhumanely, deprived of sanitary products, food, and medicine, and subjected to sexual assault and brutal beatings. It is reported that at least once, detained Palestinian women in Gaza have been locked in cages in the rain and cold without food. What do you think about this situation? Share your thoughts below. Number 14. Smuggling prisoner sperm in Palestine. In fact, nearly 100 Palestinian children have been born through smuggling sperm out of prisons, and the number is still rising. Palestinians convicted of serious offenses for participating in attacks on Israel are labeled security criminals and are under strict surveillance. During visits, they only communicate with family members via phone for 45 minutes through thick glass, and in the last 5 to 10 minutes they can only physically touch children under 8. Therefore, there is no opportunity to conceive with their spouse during visits. With the gradual spread of science and technology, in vitro fertilization is no longer a difficult procedure. This has inspired some prisoners to smuggle their semen out through visiting relatives so their wives can conceive via IVF. This way, imprisonment does not hinder family growth and the creation of the next generation to fight against Israel. In 2012, the first Palestinian child was born from smuggled sperm of a Hamas member sentenced to 27 years. In 2013, even twins were born through smuggled semen for IVF. Plastic lighters, food packaging, and various other methods can be used to smuggle, making it difficult for Israel to prevent. Although the rudimentary containers reduce success rates, as long as semen reaches the hospital within 12 hours, IVF has a chance of success. Most fathers of these children are still alive but might as well be dead. Many serious offenders have been imprisoned since youth, essentially making their wives early widows. The religious atmosphere in Palestine is quite conservative, especially for families involved with Hamas. If the wife of a prisoner chooses to divorce, she faces immense social pressure and can hardly do so. To have an IVF baby, they take significant risks. Palestine's religious beliefs are stringent for women. Before external fertilization, doctors require both families to confirm the sperm is from the husband. Currently, about 5,000 Palestinians, including security prisoners, are serving sentences, according to data from the Palestinian Prisoners Association and Israeli human rights group BSLM. Security prisoners serve very long sentences, and even if they are freed, their wives are often no longer able to conceive. Number 13. Forbidden expressions of affection. Forbidden to shake hands with women. 93% of Palestinians follow Islam, so they abstain from pork and animals that have died before being ritually slaughtered. Alcohol consumption is also prohibited. If invited into a Palestinian home, do not be surprised if you and a member of the opposite sex have to eat separately, as women sometimes do not dine with men. Even as a married couple, you should not openly show affection in public, such as hugging, kissing, or linking arms. Muslim women always wear a hijab. Some countries even have regulations requiring Muslim women to cover their faces and wear full body coverings. Although not all residents are Muslim, Palestine has a rule that foreign women visiting the country must wear a hijab and dress modestly and respectfully when going out, especially when visiting their sacred places of worship. Regarding communication, men, even Muslim men, are not allowed to shake hands with unfamiliar women in Palestine. Therefore, avoid shaking hands and conversing with women there. What are your thoughts on these restrictions in Palestine? Leave your comments below. Number 12. Women cannot divorce. Traditional cultural norms prevalent in Palestinian society, among other factors, lead to women and girls facing high levels of discrimination and risk of gender-based violence. These include early or forced marriages, domestic violence, sexual harassment, rape, incest, denial of medical and legal resources, psychological abuse, and risk of sexual exploitation and abuse. Women's right to divorce depends on the personal status laws for Muslims, which state that men can divorce their wives for any reason, while women can only request a divorce in specific circumstances. If a woman initiates a divorce, she does not need to provide any evidence but will forfeit all financial rights and must return the dowry. Number 11. People living in epidemic conditions. According to WHO, since mid-October 2023, there have been 179,000 cases of acute respiratory infections, 136,400 cases of diarrhea in children under 5, and 4,600 cases of jaundice. Among patients and displaced people crowded together without clean water and sanitation, infections spread rapidly. The Gaza Ministry of Health and doctors report rising cases of staph infections, chickenpox, rashes, urinary tract infections, meningitis, mumps, scabies, measles, and food poisoning. WHO is particularly concerned about bloody diarrhea, jaundice, and respiratory infections. The United Nations is monitoring 14 diseases with the potential to become epidemics in Gaza. Nearly 85% of Gaza's population has been forced to leave their homes, and about 1.3 million people live in temporary shelters where there is one toilet for every 220 people and one shower for every 4,500 people. Currently, hundreds of thousands of people are living under the sky without enough warm clothing, malnourished children facing the most serious risks, and 50% of Gaza's population on the brink of starvation. Number 10. Half of the Palestinian population lives abroad. As of 2022, the population of the state of Palestine is 5,337,796, equivalent to 0.07% of the world's total population. However, the total Palestinian population, including descendants, is about 10 million, meaning nearly half live in the region. The remaining 5 million are the Palestinian diaspora, most of whom are stateless refugees without citizenship in any country. Among the diaspora, over 2.5 million live in neighboring Jordan. 1 million are spread between Syria and Lebanon. 250,000 are in Saudi Arabia, and 500,000 are in Chile, the largest concentration outside the Arab world. The Palestinian population living abroad is an important part of the global Palestinian community. These are Palestinians who have had to leave their homeland for various reasons, including armed conflict, poverty, and insecurity. The number of Palestinians abroad could reach millions, particularly in regions like the Middle East, Europe, North America, and Australia. Among Palestinians living abroad, a significant number have become permanent residents, creating large and diverse communities. These communities often organize and maintain the traditions, culture, and language of their homeland while actively participating in political and social activities to support Palestinian issues. However, living abroad also presents many challenges for Palestinians, including difficulties in cultural integration, discrimination, and sometimes a lack of support from local governments and communities. Number 9. Traditional clothing in Palestine. Foreign visitors to Palestine in the late 19th and early 20th centuries often remarked on the diversity of Palestinian clothing, especially among farmers and rural women. Until the 1940s, a woman's economic status, marital status, and region or town of origin could be decoded by most Palestinian women through the type of clothing, colors, cuts, and embroidery patterns. Today, Palestinian garments and embroidery continue to be produced with new styles and are worn alongside Islamic and Western attire. Women in different regions have distinct headscarves, often adorned with gold or silver coins from wedding dowries. The more coins on a scarf, the greater the wealth and prestige of its owner. Number 8. Many beautiful handicrafts. Palestine boasts many fascinating traditional crafts ranging from priceless, genuine antiques to modern, exquisite handmade items. Palestinian handicraft designs are heavily influenced by their culture. Knowing that Palestine is the heart of the Holy Land, many crafts are designed as souvenirs for pilgrims and tourists visiting the holy sites. Palestinian embroidery is rich in color, texture, and history. Historically, Palestinian girls learned to embroider as soon as they could hold a needle, usually around 6 or 7 years old. A girl was often taught simple cross-stitch and motifs of her village. Palestinian women expressed regional identity and pride through the designs and colors embroidered on their clothing. A woman's marital status was often shown by her embroidered dress style. Bright, vibrant embroidered dresses were usually worn by married women. In addition, the simple designs of Palestinian pottery are world-renowned for their intricate details and Arab-style patterns. In the early 20th century, when tiles in the Dome of the Rock needed replacing, a Turkish ceramic specialist family was brought to Jerusalem to undertake this challenging task. While working, the family established a business in Palestine that has thrived ever since. Today, there are many styles of Palestinian pottery and ceramics, all artistic and intricately designed. While Palestine is known for its colorful tiles and plates, you can also find everything from vases to hanging decorations. Across Gaza, one can see weavers creating brightly colored carpets on wooden looms. These traditional cotton carpets resemble the flat weave style of Navajo Indian rugs. Patterns such as stripes and simple geometric shapes adorn these indigenous works, which come in vibrant colors like bright blue, dark green, and fiery red. Are you fascinated by Palestinian handicrafts? Share your thoughts below. Number 7. Palestine has a lot of wildlife. Palestine is home to a variety of large wildlife, from fierce predators to small rodents. Some of the most famous wildlife in Palestine includes foxes. Foxes are highly adaptable carnivores found in various habitats across Palestine. They often prey on small animals like rabbits, rodents, and birds, but can also eat carrion and fruits. Mountain gazelles are slender ungulates living in the hilly regions of Palestine. They are social animals, living in herds of up to 20 individuals. Mountain gazelles are a preferred prey for leopards and wolves. The Nubian ibex is a wild goat species found in the desert and semi-desert regions of Palestine. They are known for their adaptability to arid conditions and their ability to find food and water in harsh environments. Additionally, wolves are the top predators in Palestine and play a crucial role in maintaining ecological balance. They often prey on large animals like deer, wild boar, and mountain gazelles. Jackals are smaller carnivores than wolves and usually prey on small animals like rabbits, rodents, and birds. They are also scavengers and can eat fruits. Leopards are the largest carnivores in Palestine and pose a threat to many other wildlife species. They are solitary hunters and usually hunt at night. Besides these animals, many migratory birds come to Palestine in winter. These birds provide an important food source for predators like hawks and falcons. The diversity of wildlife in Palestine is a testament to the natural beauty of this country. However, many wildlife species in Palestine face threats from habitat loss, hunting, and pollution. Number 6. Church of the Nativity, birthplace of Jesus. The Church of the Nativity, regarded as the birthplace of Jesus Christ, is considered a holy site by both Christians and Muslims. It is also one of the oldest churches in the world. Located in the city of Bethlehem in the Palestinian territories, the Church of the Nativity stands as a sacred symbol and a unique cultural heritage, attracting visitors from all over the world. Built in 327 Anno Domini by Emperor Constantine and Empress Helena on the site believed to be where Jesus was born, the church holds immense historical and religious significance for the Christian community. The architecture of the Church of the Nativity is a harmonious blend of Roman and Byzantine styles, creating an ancient and magnificent appearance. Inside the church, visitors can admire intricate mosaics depicting biblical stories and the sacred grotto believed to be the birthplace of Jesus. The site is a year-round pilgrimage destination, especially bustling during Christmas when the festive atmosphere fills the area. The Church of the Nativity is not only a spiritual destination but also a testament to the coexistence of different cultures and religions in Palestine. It is home to both Christian and Muslim communities who live peacefully together, jointly preserving their shared heritage. In 2012, the Church of the Nativity was recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, affirming its exceptional historical, cultural, and religious value. Today, the church continues to play a vital role in the spiritual lives of local residents and remains an unmissable destination for visitors to Palestine. It is a site that every Christian dreams of visiting at least once in their lifetime. What do you think about this place? Leave your comments below. Number 5. Complete telecommunications cut off in Palestine. In November 2023, the Palestinian telecommunications company reported that communication systems and internet services were completely cut off in the Gaza Strip due to the disconnection of international access. One of the main reasons for internet restrictions in Palestine is the prolonged conflict and disputes between Israel and Palestine. The telecommunications and internet infrastructure in Palestine is often affected by Israeli security measures and controls, reducing access and connection speeds. Additionally, technical barriers contribute to internet limitations in Palestine. The telecommunications infrastructure is not evenly developed across the territories, particularly in rural and isolated areas. The lack of internet has a significant impact on Palestine's economy, education, and social communication. Especially, internet restrictions leave people unable to contact their relatives or connect with the outside world. What are your thoughts on this issue? Share your feelings below. Number 4. Jericho is the oldest city in the world. Located in the West Bank of Palestine, Jericho is known for having the longest continuous human settlement in the world, with archaeologists uncovering more than 20 different layers of habitation dating back 11,000 years. The ancient city of Jericho is well known from the biblical story where God ordered Joshua to destroy the city because its inhabitants disobeyed God. However, the city's history dates to around 8000 before Christ when it was occupied during the Natufian period, making its structures some of the oldest man-made constructions on Earth. With over 10,000 years of history, this historic city is certainly worth a visit if you are in the West Bank of Palestine. The main attraction is Jericho Tell, or Tell al-Sultan, located 2.5 kilometers from Jericho's main square. This ancient settlement mound stands 21 meters high, and although it may be difficult to interpret for the untrained eye, it is a fundamental site for understanding the history of human civilization as the oldest continuously inhabited city in the world. Another significant site is the Mount of Temptation, a beautiful pilgrimage spot where Jesus is said to have fasted after being baptized by John the Baptist. If you prefer not to hike up the steep path, there is a cable car to take you there. Jericho is also home to Hisham's Palace, one of the archaeological sites in Palestinian territories, and features the largest mosaic in the Middle East. Number 3. Rich cuisine. Palestinian cuisine is a colorful and flavorful symphony where tradition blends with modernity to create unique and enticing dishes. Standing out amidst the rich culinary landscape of the Middle East, Palestinian cuisine boasts distinctive features that attract diners with its delicate preparation, harmonious combination of ingredients and spices, and unique culinary culture that reflects the local identity. A highlight of Palestinian cuisine is its abundance of ingredients. Blessed by nature, Palestine has a wealth of fresh, seasonal produce, lamb, chicken, various beans, grains, and distinctive herbs and spices. This abundance ensures that Palestinian dishes are always flavorful and nutritionally complete. The flavors of Palestinian cuisine are a subtle combination of ingredients and spices. Dishes are often seasoned with Mediterranean spices such as cinnamon, cumin, star anise, and saffron, creating unique and unforgettable flavors. Additionally, meticulous and elaborate preparation methods contribute to the refined taste of Palestinian dishes. Musakan is a famous main dish in Jerusalem and the West Bank, consisting of crispy baked pita bread topped with chicken sautéed with onions and a yogurt mixture. Maklouba, regarded as the national treasure of Palestinian cuisine, is made from rice, carrots, potatoes, cauliflower, finely chopped onions, herbs, spices, and chicken or lamb. The vegetables are fried and layered at the bottom of the pot along with the meat, followed by the rice. Finally, the pot is flipped upside down to create a molded dish that resembles a giant cake on a plate, topped with ingredients like vegetables and meat. Cucumber, tomato, olive, and yogurt salads are common side dishes served with maklouba. Falafel, known locally as another name for the mashed chickpea dish, is also popular. Chefs mix the ground chickpeas with spices, parsley, cumin, and onions before frying them to a crispy texture. When visiting Palestine, don't forget to try this street food or enjoy it in family meals. In more upscale versions served in restaurants, falafel is eaten with laffa bread, accompanied by pickles and topped with traditional sauce or yogurt sauce rich in garlic flavor. Palestinian cuisine is not only about delicious dishes, but also an integral part of the local culture. Meals are often shared with family and friends, providing an opportunity for conversation, bonding, and showcasing hospitality. Number 2. The importance of olive trees in Palestine. Olive trees have long played a crucial role in the cultural, economic, and spiritual life of the Palestinian people. They are not only an economically beneficial crop, but also a symbol of peace, hope, and national identity. For centuries, olives have been central to the life, culture, and traditions of Palestinians. With over 45% of the land dedicated to olive trees, it's no surprise that they hold a revered and respected place in Palestinian identity. Palestine is one of the world's leading producers of olive oil. This industry significantly contributes to the Palestinian economy, providing jobs and income for local people. Palestinian olive oil is highly valued for its quality and flavor, exported to many countries worldwide. Olive trees also contribute to Palestinian agriculture. Olive leaves are used as livestock feed. Olive wood is crafted into handicrafts and furniture. Additionally, the olive tree is a symbol of peace in Palestine. Olive branches are often used in religious ceremonies and peace negotiations. The olive tree symbolizes the hope and perseverance of the Palestinian people, representing their ability to grow and thrive even in the harshest conditions. Number 1. The doctor nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize 5 times. Dr. Izzeldin Abuelaish is a Palestinian-Canadian physician and activist who has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize 5 times. He was born and raised in the Jabalia refugee camp in the Gaza Strip. He completed his residency in obstetrics and gynecology in 2002 in Be'er-Sheva, Israel, and later specialized in fetal medicine in Italy and Belgium. He then went on to complete a Master of Public Health at Harvard University. After his training, Dr. Abuelaish worked as a doctor in both Gaza and Israel, becoming the first Palestinian doctor to hold a position at an Israeli hospital. Dr. Abuelaish lost his wife in 2008 after a long battle with cancer, becoming a widower and single father of 8 children. Less than a year later, 3 of his daughters and his niece were killed by Israeli shelling that hit their home in Gaza. Despite his hardships, Dr. Abuelaish remained determined not to let anger consume him, viewing his faith as his main source of guidance and inspiration. He detailed his story in his autobiography, I Shall Not Hate, a compelling tale of loss and his journey towards peace. He also founded the Daughters for Life Foundation in honor of his daughters, which provides scholarships for young women from the Middle East. Dr. Abuelaish currently lives in Toronto with his family, where he is an associate professor at the Dalla Lana School of Public Health and a strong advocate for peace in the Middle East. So we've explored the 15 most fascinating things about Palestine. What are your thoughts about this country, or would you like to visit Palestine to experience it for yourself? Remember to comment and share your thoughts with me. Thank you for following our video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest videos. See you in the next videos.